going live. And we are live. Hello, my friends. My name is Evelyn Joy, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I taught 3 classes this morning for VIPKID, and I had to extend quite a bit in a couple of the classes. Actually, all 3 I had to extend in. And so they were all different levels. I want to talk about extension and how I personally extend, what kinds of props, tips, and tricks I have up my sleeves after almost 3 years experience teaching online. I want to share with you, according to the student's level, how I extend, right? So first, I had a student who was reading the story, The Boy Who Cried Wolf. So what I did extending with him was I asked him extra questions. I asked him, do you think that it's a good idea to lie? And he said no, and we talked about how if you lie, people won't believe you when you're trying to tell the truth, right? So we extended with that. I also, surprisingly, in that lesson, it has you read it 2 times. So there's like 55 slides. So you would think you can't rush through, but you really can rush through it. So he read it the first time. No help from me except for maybe a correction here or there if he said a sound wrong, right? Then we had a set of questions, and I added my own questions in there. We were dialoguing, right? Then the second time that we read it, he read it first, and then I acted it out with my puppets. Some might think, hey, he's a 10-year-old boy. He's an older boy. What are you doing with puppets, right? But it actually adds a fun dynamic as to acting out the story. So I used Mike and this puppet. This was my villager, right? And I had the sheep. I'm a visual learner, right? Visual and auditory. And so he has the sheep and he says, wolf, wolf, help! And then the villagers, they come. Where's the wolf? I don't see the wolf. Where's the wolf? Ha ha! And so then later, there is a wolf and he says, wolf, wolf, help! I told him I don't have a wolf, I just have a dog. And the villagers didn't come. They said, I'm not coming. He's just going to laugh at me. There's no wolf. And so all the sheep ran away, right? So I'm a visual learner, so I like to act it out, right? So that's how I kind of extended the story. And also, I brought it to life, right? I brought it to life for my student. And we, had discussions and talked about it and everything. But it's just kind of fun having that visual. Oh, my microphone has fallen down. Hopefully you've heard me so far, right? Okay, it's just nice having that visual, right? So I did that for that student who was a 10-year-old, reading a story, and he had good comprehension and stuff. So that's what I did for him. Another one I taught was a beginner level named Simon. I actually taught 2 beginner level Simons today, but they spell their names a little differently. That's a different video. Okay, so, but really I taught 2 beginner assignments today, but depending on what the lesson was about. So the first one, the lesson was like, E is for elbow, E is for egg, F is for face, F is for fish. So it was just kind of repeating that throughout the lesson, all throughout. And then it was also reviewing the farm animals, which we had learned in the last lesson. So it was saying, cat, horse, dog. No, it was cat, horse, cow, and one other. Chicken. Yeah, cat, horse, cow, and chicken. So I was extending with that one. This is how I extended. Let me get the ones that it had. Cat, wait. It was cow, horse, chicken, and cat. And it had cat. Cat was one of them. Okay. No, it was not cat. It was goat. goat. So I would say cow, cow, moo. And I would wait till he said moo, and then we would laugh together about it. I would say chicken, chicken, bark, 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 bark. And the reason I did that is because I remember last time when I went bark, 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 he laughed hysterically at me. He did not expect his teacher to pull an impression of a chicken out, and it just hit his funny bone. He laughed about it. So this time, I got him to start acting like a chicken to try to get him to laugh again, right? So I remembered last class how he thought that was funny. And then I extended with horse. I like how my horse can gallop. Horse, horse, neigh, right? And then we have goat. Goat, meh. Okay, so that's how I kind of extended with those. Also, my reward is an extension. So I'm always practicing, like, especially with beginner levels, practicing colors and numbers with the reward because I have the dino, so it'll be yellow, orange, red. So we're practicing the colors and then we count the dinos each time. Sorry, I'm dropping things. Okay, sorry about that. So I like that reward because I can extend with colors and numbers while I'm teaching with that one. So then my third and final class of the day. Oh, sorry, I should say too, I also had extra time at the end and we read this book. But because my student was not yet reading in English, I read it and he repeated. And I'll show you. I said, 1 horse, 2 cows. So you see, it's the same vocabulary from the lesson. It's the same numbers we've been practicing, but then there's a few new words. So that's what extension is. Extension is just adding to what you're learning. 3 goats. So you can see this isn't too hard for him since he doesn't have to read it. He's just repeating it. 4 pigs, 5 sheep, 6 dogs, 7 geese. Geese was a little bit hard for him to say. It was okay. We moved on. 8 ducks, 9 hens. And I told him a hen is a girl chicken, and 10 chicks. And he wanted to say chickens. So what I did was I said, you're right. This is a chicken. This is a baby chicken. Chick. So a lot of times when I read that book with kids, they want to say chicken when it says chick, and I show them the difference, right? Okay. So that's how I extended with those 2 classes. Wait a minute. Also, I had a couple extra minutes with the Boy Who Cried Wolf one, and we read this book. So I always read the cover and the first page, and then the students read the rest of them. So I say, growing foods. All through the day with meals or treats, growing foods are fun to eat. Can you tell I've read it a few times? So my student reads orange, corn, apple, bread, milk, tomato, cereal, carrot, yogurt, cheese, grapes, and banana. I really, really like this book for several reasons. It has the words nice and big so that we can see them on the page. It's not like I always read the first page because it's, that's hard for the student to be able to see correctly because their device may be smaller than mine, I like that it has a picture to go with it because I'm a visual learner. I like that it has a lot of words that a lot of our students know, like apple and banana and bread. I like that it has a couple of challenging words in there that they usually don't know, like cereal and yogurt, right? So this is a good one for extension at the end of class. So then my last student, Simon, he was in the Say Hi to China class. And surprisingly, we just went quickly through the slides. So I made a note of which slide had the Say Hi to China song because we sang it 3 times and then we moved on. But I took a note of it so that at the end of class, when we undoubtedly had tons of extra time, we could go back to slide number 21. I just typed in 21, went back to that slide, and then I also typed in 30 because that was the blank slide. So we went back to slide 21. We did say hi to China like 2-3 more times, still had tons more time. We went to slide number 30, which is the blank slide before the end. There was like 35 slides, but several of them were like goodbye and the goodbye song. I don't like singing the goodbye song early. I don't like even going to that slide early because students want to say goodbye and click out, right? Especially when they're a beginner and they don't understand. We still have 5 more minutes. We just went way too fast. So I drew big A, small a, and I drew an apple. And then I sang, A is for apple, apple. A is for apple, apple. Apple. And then I have them repeat apple. And I say, good job, you know. And then I drew big B, small b, and I drew a ball. And I sang, B is for ball, ball. B is for ball, ball. B, ball. Then I drew C, big C, small c, and I drew a cat. C is for cat, meow, cat, meow. C is for cat, meow, cat, meow. Seek, cat, meow. So I get them to say seek, cat, and extra bonus points if they say the meow, right? D, I drew a big D, small d, and I drew a dog. Woof, woof. D is for dog. Woof, woof. Dog. Woof, woof. D is for dog. Woof, woof. Dog. Woof, woof. D, dog. Then I drew E, and I drew elephant. Big E, small e. E is for elephant. Elephant. E is for elephant. Elephant. E, elephant. Then I draw F and fish. This was the last one I did. F is for fish. Fish. F is for fish. Fish. F, fish. Okay, so that's how I extended, depending on the level of the student, depending on what the class was about. And I was able to meet them at their level, make them smile. I oftentimes use puppets in class. I oftentimes use stuffed animals or props. Older students, you talk to them, converse with them, try to make a connection with them, ask them what things they like. With my older boy student, I showed him 4 different options because it was my first time ever teaching this student. I asked him, do you want superhero ice cream or money or cars, or what other option did I give him? Pikachu, like Pokemon. So that's a way of getting to know him. Which thing would he choose? Which thing does he like? You know, and I asked him his age and stuff. So that's a way of engaging your students, is let them pick what prize they want. For my younger ones, I chose the colored dinos because I wanted to practice with them their colors, right? And when it's younger girls, I practice their colors using ponies or princesses, and I let them pick, do you want ponies or princesses, right? But my older kiddos, you know, I let them pick from more options, especially if it's my first time teaching them. So yeah, I'm just putting some of my little prizes away. I mean, little, not prizes, props away. So anyway, I taught Your Teachable Moment last night. Your Teachable Moment is a platform where you can teach adults. I'm teaching Spanish. I just had 2 students come last night because one of my students was sick. And then I have 2 students signed up for my next round of Your Teachable Moment Spanish classes starting October 6th So if you want to get in on that, it's only $25 for 5 weeks of classes. So I'm starting, it won't be that way forever. Supply and demand, right? It's a brand new company starting off. So I'm starting off with a lower price so I can get some students in, right? When the platform is more saturated with students, prices go up, right? Supply and demand. So get in while it's cheap. And in the future, it might be a little bit more, right? So I'm also excited. My friend Cindy Bennett is going to be teaching a finger knitting class on the platform, and I'm going to sign up for it. So video to come about how that goes. I might give some clips of class and me figuring out finger knitting. I crochet. I don't knit. But I have fingers and yarn. So I like how I don't have to spend extra. So anyway, I am just lately, I'm just really loving my background. I love my new whiteboard. Oh, I wanted to say too, I just ordered from Walmart.com. I ordered a bunch of black expo markers. If you're a VIPKID teacher, you understand why. If you use your whiteboard. I use my whiteboard a lot, and not just me, my kids use whiteboards and markers when taking out school classes. So the next step is I want to get a couple new handheld whiteboards. So yeah, thanks so much for watching my video. I hope you have a blessed day. Mwah! Bye-bye. I love you. Thank you guys for watching my video.